Alright, welcome back to Dunetos Fitness. I'm going to talk about the movement of a press today. So, we've gone over the rack position when we talked about the front squats. Same thing with that. We're going to take those mechanics, we're going to apply that to the press. Want a good shoulder width grip on the bar. That way we can get our elbows out in front of us in the rack position. Don't want our hands to be wide. It's not going to allow for our elbows to come out. It's going to be extremely inefficient. So we want that good shoulder width grip on the bar. Got it in my rack, okay? Now a shoulder press is a strict press. It's not going to be using any kind of momentum from your lower parts of your body. So we're going to keep our legs straight, okay? However, we still want to be in a stable position. We want to make sure that we still have tight muscles, tight hips, good tight ankles, making sure everything's stable. So before we actually press it, we're going to make sure that our whole body's engaged. We're not going down into any kind of squat or any kind of loading position first. That does not mean we're not going to be stable though, okay? So I'm going to keep that in mind, that I'm still going to engage everything before I press. That way I can have a more stable core and stable hips to stabilize the weight above my head, okay? But I'm still strict, so I got the barbell in my rack position. What I'm going to do now is get the barbell over my head, but I want to make sure that the barbell can pass my face without making any contact. I obviously don't want to have the barbell hit my chin or anything, so what I'm going to do is turn to the side here so you can see. I'm going to rock my head back like this in order to get the barbell over my face. Now what I'm not going to do is arch my thoracic spine and tilt my head back this way. That's going to put way too much strain on my upper back, my thoracic area. So I'm just going to use my neck flexibility to get my head back, press up, and then I'm going to get my head back in. So now you see my head's in. My ears can touch like my deltoids, my arms, and the weight is now stabilized over my heels. So I'm not out like this with my back, arched back and the weight in front of me. That's not efficient. It's not going to work for any kind of heavy weight or doing a lot of reps, but I'm also not way arched in with my shoulders externally rotated way too far back. That's also an inefficient position, and that's not allowing your core to stabilize the weight. Remember, anytime we're going overhead with any kind of weight, we're going to be stabilizing that weight with our core, okay? So you want to make sure your abs and your core is tight, and that way you can have that bar directly over your heels, stabilized in that good overhead position, okay? So again, we're making sure that we're not arching our back backwards, head up, and we're not, when we're landing in the position, coming too far forward. But in order to get the bar to pass, we're going to bring our head back and keep our shoulders in a good internally rotated position and just come up and then head forward. Okay, so again, it'll look like back position, hit back, up, down. Okay, that's your shoulder press. Some of this stuff is going to translate when we talk about push presses, and we talk about push jerks, split jerks, all that kind of stuff. So we'll kind of progress toward those movements as well. But for now, work on these simple mechanics and make sure that you're applying them. That way you don't put strain in your back and cause any kind of injury. You want to make sure that you're preserving your form and preserving your technique. All right. So practice that. And this has been Adam with Dunetos Fitness, and I'll see you next time.